Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Bobcat Weekly Podcast. This is episode 35. We've hit kind of another milestone, episode 35.
Yeah.
We're rolling along pretty good here in season one, but happy to have you guys back, continuing to roll through our spring season. We've got another very special track and field guest sitting with us at the table. Should be a really fun episode. But yeah, we'll go ahead and kind of get into things. I think we should have another pretty fun show. Spring sports are kind of starting to wrap up a little bit. Track and field is continuing on. They're coming off of the Big Sky Championships. Golf's wrapped up. Tennis is wrapped up. Rodeo's still going, so we'll touch on that a little bit. But this is kind of be a track-heavy episode, I think, track and field-heavy, because we've got a lot to talk about after the Big Sky Championships, as you guys saw. So hopefully should be a really fun show. But for you of the folks who are new here, new to the Bobcat Weekly Podcast, my name is Keegan Torsdahl, and I'm here with
Aiden Kuntz and Brady Torsdahl.
And special guest, Matt. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Matt Furdyk. Nice to meet you guys. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, so Matt, you marked the third track and field guest, Bobcat Weekly Podcast. Like we said, we had Easton on a couple weeks ago, Xavier last week. We're having fun rolling with the track and field guests, getting to know them. It's fun kind of getting involved with that stuff because, like we were just talking about, Brady's involved with track and field. He's a thrower, but Aiden and I, not a lot of experience with the track and field stuff. So we're learning as we go, which is good, but learning a lot of stuff from high school and that. But
we can't throw things far. We're slow, and we can't jump very high, so track was not our thing.
Yeah, that's right. You played football. I played baseball, but
yeah,
throwers it's a special group, like we talked about with Easton. But yeah, a track-heavy show, I think, should be a lot of fun. But yeah, well, Matt, you're coming off of Big Sky Championships this past weekend out in Portland, Oregon, I guess just outside of Portland, Oregon. And then a couple weeks before that, break the school record for the hammer throw. So how does that feel, being a school record total now?
That was amazing. Like an at-home meet. My family came to visit the first meet they have all year. It was phenomenal having them in the crowd. It was phenomenal having Kieran there. And then when I actually broke the record, it was phenomenal having the guys like hugging me, all that stuff, and supporting. It was a blast. I really enjoyed that. And then conference didn't do as well as I wanted, but still went out there. Didn't have a bad 2 days and competed and walked away with a medal. So I was pretty proud of that too. Yeah.
So Brady and I kind of like we talked about. We were able to get out to that home meet, which is really fun. That was my first Bobcat track and field meet that I'd been to. So that was cool getting to see everything. And obviously not everyone competing with, especially the runners and stuff kind of going into, but kind of getting to see all that. And, you know, Brady knows all the throw stuff. He said this is going to be fun getting to watch him throw and stuff. And so we were kind of bouncing back and forth between the throw side and you guys were throwing hammer. And then we had actually a former guest, like we said, Cleve Van Thomas running the 100. So we were kind of back and forth. I was over watching the 100. And then I was watching on the live net, live sports, and see Matt just broke a school record. I'm like, what just happened? Like, they really just missed this? Like, I was over there for 2 minutes and missed it. And you had just left, too.
Mm-hmm. I had practice to get to.
Yeah, but, yeah, that was a fun experience for us to get out, kind of see a home meet. And I think it's even cooler that you broke the record at home in front of Bobcat fans and your family, like you said, too. So that's definitely a cool experience. And then you just kind of touched on a little bit, too, with Big Sky Championships this past weekend, so we were able to keep tabs on that. And obviously we'll get into a lot more of that when we get into recap and stuff. But kind of take us through the week, kind of prep week leading up to that, and then the couple days there and everything there.
Leading up to conference?
Yeah.
Let's see. I've been doing a lot of shot and discus combo days to try and prep for that back-to-back disc shot for that second day. So that was kind of the practices, and then just hammer every other day. That's my main event. I love that. That's what I love to do. We also didn't know if we're going to be able to practice in the ring down there. They didn't tell us any information, and they were kind of late on getting that to us. So kind of like a last-minute morning practice the day before. Trying to get as much work in as I can. Went down there, had a day off, kind of relaxed, played some catch with the guys, got loose, tried out the rings a little bit, and then we had hammer the morning after. The ring was a little bit slower than I was expecting. It's kind of rough. It usually rains over in that Midwest, so they do the rings a little rougher, and it wasn't raining as much there. So had a rough couple, 3 throws to start, and then on my last throw, I hit a semi-decent one to medal. And then shot and discus, I was fighting through discus quite a bit. Started off rough and then slowly built and got to a decent mark. And then shot put, same kind of thing there.
Yeah, so we talked about last week with Xavier talking about the weather, because obviously you think Portland, Oregon, it rains there.
Yeah.
And watching the broadcast on the first day, it kind of seemed that way. But you mentioned the rain kind of being different in that sense. Explain kind of what that is for you with feel and all that, weather dependent and all that.
Yeah. For the Midwest rings and those coastal rings, it rains a lot more, especially where I'm from in Washington. So the way they pour the rings, it's just a rougher, coarser concrete, where they etch it a little bit harder, and it's not like a smooth concrete like we have it here. So it wasn't raining as much to have that slippery effect that first day, so the ring was just slower than I was expecting. But for shot put, didn't notice it at all because the ring was soaked. It was pouring down rain, and it worked fine.
Yeah, well, it seemed like everyone worked through it pretty well, I would say. I mean, obviously, Sydney coming away with a couple championships, Emma finishing third in that sense, too. So it seemed like people did pretty well with that.
Easton with the school record.
Yeah, exactly, too. Yeah. And going back to, I think, our whatever we want to call it, our Bobcat Weekly thing. So, Matt, since you're new to this, we've been on this streak throughout the winter sports going into the spring of we have guests on, and then they go out and perform like really well right after they come on Bobcat Weekly. So Taylor Chiric on the women's basketball team, right after we had her on, she had her triple-double in January, and then a couple other basketball players had like really good days, and then rodeo, they went out, performed really well.
They won all around in there.
They won all around. Easton then goes out and gets the school record, so I don't know. At this point,
is looking really good.
I think so. I think so.
I'm saying you're going 250.
I like that.
Yeah.
The little Bobcat Weekly juju is. We told Easton, we're like, hey, keep this with you as you're going out there. Like,
and
you're
it
gonna
worked.
do well. It worked.
It worked.
It really worked. Yeah. So Matt, you touched on you're from Washington. Tell us a little bit about your hometown and kind of growing up.
I am right on the coast and right on the border in a little town called Linden, Washington. It's about 2.5 hours north of Seattle. I grew up there my entire life and then only moved away to come do college here. My mom's originally from Montana, so I have some grandparents and her family that's out here. And I started track in, I think, middle school. So this would be year, what is that, 12 of doing track and field. So I'm feeling pretty old now, and especially as a fifth year. But yeah, my mom did track in college, so she was the one that kind of coached me and helped me as best she could, and then got me to where I am in college.
Yeah, so track, obviously, said growing up, did you play other sports too, and I think especially high school?
I did. I played a lot of football because my dad was a football player, so he coached me there. I used to do basketball, but I hated running back and forth, and I wasn't very good at shooting at all. I think the most points I scored in a game was 7, and I just stopped. Didn't enjoy that.
Track was your jam?
Yeah, track was my jam. I enjoyed that. It was a very individual sport where I could work on myself. If there's a problem, I know it's me. I can fix that and then move forward with it. So that's where I found my love for track.
Yeah, I think Xavier brought up a really good point of this last week. We touched on it a little bit, but I'd say track from the team aspect compared to different sports cross the board, whether football, basketball, that sort of stuff. It's a lot more like team involved, right? Where I think even event to event here with track and field, it's really you.
Yeah.
I mean, I think especially throws specifically, where it's kind of just you. Like, you're not really relying on anyone else. You're not, kind of working with. I mean, you have teammates in that sense, but it's just you throwing. So that's definitely kind of an interesting thing to look at. Brady, Brady's our track expert on Bobcat Weekly, we talked about the other week. Expert. But how long have you been in track for now?
Total, I'd say 5 years, legitimately 3. If you want to count middle school track, which I don't. But 3 years, in school, summer track, and winter track. So I got a couple of seasons of experience.
Yeah, so Matt said hammer is your main event now. High school, what all throwing events did you do?
Shot put was my main event, but mostly because I was really strong and I was a glider. And so coming to college the first few years, it was really hard to unlearn that in the shot put and be rotational. And that was a really big struggle for me, unlearning all of that, like those feelings.
Yeah, so I think you guys can both kind of explain to this glide versus spinning technique-wise. for the people who have no idea what we're talking about, what is it?
I mean, the glide is like, you could probably explain it in better words than I could, but it's more of like a straight across movement. You start on one leg and you drive straight across the ring, land, and throw it. More of the spin it's the rotational that builds the momentum rather than just the straight drive. So in hindsight, a spin is essentially better if you want to talk about it more.
No, same thing. The glide is just like a reverse lunge into a power throw, just brute strength, and then the spin is just a rotational, kind of more finesse and technique driven.
Yeah, and from I guess your perspective aspect, high school, there's a lot of people that do both. I think it's kind of more specific. I mean, what do you see as pros and cons to both from the high school level?
I think the glide is an easier technique to get down if you're learning, and I mean it's more or less built on like your body type. Like we have some throwers like Riley McGrath, number 1 thrower in the state. He's this tall and skinny dude, and he spins because I mean he's more lanky. And you got Carson Ross. He's signed to Montana Tech for football. He's a glider because of his size. So it's more or less. I mean I would say body type, like what is more built for you. But obviously the coaches they'd probably prefer you to do a spin over a glide. But it's more or less what's your body type and what's going to be easier for you to perfect and get the best results out of. I used to be a glider, and thank God I'm not anymore. My coaches forced me to start a spin last year, and I'm glad it did because it transfers to disc, and yeah.
Real quick, Brady, just want to move Matt's mic a little closer to his face. Yeah,
I can definitely scoot forward too.
You're good.
That should be good.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, well, another interesting thing that I kind of learned this year, getting into learning about the track aspect and all that, we talked about with Easton, is there's an indoor season and an outdoor season, and especially having the athletic center, that obviously plays a big part into it. But talk about what it's like going from back to back indoor season right into an outdoor season, because essentially it's 2 full seasons in a sense.
Yeah, I enjoyed a lot just because it allowed me to do like a 5th year red shirt. Like I was able to red shirt an outdoor 1 year and then an indoor another. So I was able to kind of extend my eligibility for this year and be able to do what I did this year. So the indoor throws for me at least is the shot and the weight throw. The weight throw is a little bit bigger than the hammer and a lot shorter. And I'm really happy I'm not throwing it anymore because it hurts my back a lot. But the hammer, I love the hammer. It's a lot lighter. It's so much easier. Be more relaxed with it, and it doesn't hurt my back as much. And it's a blast. I love throwing it.
Yeah. So the hammer, it's much shorter, right?
No, the weight's
the weight's much shorter.
The weight is
a
35-pound ball, just like basically a handle attached, and the hammer is the 16-pound ball with a long wire.
Yeah, I got you.
If you're watching this, what we have on here on the table, this is a hammer. So
yeah, I think it's a good addition, putting an implement on the table.
Yeah.
People can see.
it's pretty much
a hammer.
It's basically just a shot put on a wire.
Right. So a couple weeks ago, when Matt set the school record, this is what he threw 219 feet. So that's what.
Not
that's what
this
you're looking
exact
at.
one.
Not
a
this
little
one,
heavier.
but it's a hammer.
Actually.
Yeah.
That's a 12-pound for high schoolers. They throw
okay.
a 16.
Yeah, that's also a different thing too. High school to college, the weight increases for both, doesn't it? For shot put too, or is it just
for all events for the guys? Yes, it
for
shifts.
guys? Okay, yeah.
But for the girls, once you're a freshman in high school to your senior in college, you stay at 8-pound shot, 1K disc, and an 8-pound hammer.
So what are numbers for you for the high school guys?
Middle school, you start with an 8-pound shot, 1 kilogram disc. High school, you move to a 12 and a 1.6 and a 12-pound hammer. Then college, you go 2K disc.
2K disc, 16-pound shot, 16-pound hammer.
Yeah. So it increases.
What's the high school weight? Do you know that?
25,
Okay.
I think. Yeah, that sounds right.
Right. So like Brady has mentioned last couple weeks, our good buddy Riley, his personal best he set this season with shot put was 63 feet. So you look at throwing a shot put 63 feet, that's really hard to do. So it's definitely a
Especially
wild
as a
thing.
high schooler.
Yeah, that too. I think when you look at kind of sports across the board here, I think technique-wise, track and field, especially the throws, I think probably the most like technique-driven, whatever you want to call it. Because, I mean, I think football and basketball, obviously it takes a lot to perfect that, But like when you guys talk about
running and
technique,
jumping and throwing.
yeah, when you guys talk technique with spinning and throwing, you're always talking technique when we're talking throws and stuff too. I think it's the most probably technical thing we talk about on here. So, yeah, sorry, we're sipping on shakes here. Yeah, Matt. So, kind of wanted to ask you about get your look at recruiting. So, did you know you wanted to do track and field in college? How early did you know you wanted to do that?
I wanted to know like the second half of my senior year. Like I hadn't done any visits. COVID kind of screwed that up a lot for me because they didn't bring anybody in the year before me, and then no one left. So I was kind of wherever I could walk on, and I came to MSU because they have a really good engineering program. It's like, okay, I could maybe do some track here and see if they'll take me on. And so I think I texted Jen like a week before summer started, and I did a visit on my own, and she said yeah. So I was really lucky that Ryan McCartney did the same exact thing. So we both came on together.
Nice,
And
pretty
look where
quick
you are now.
process. And
Was that?
Look where you are
Oh
now.
yeah, it's crazy.
yeah, so you said you're a grad student this year, so 5th year. So you have some time and experience in the program. Talk us through what your years at MSU has been like.
As far as engineering or the track program?
Everything, whatever you want to talk about.
Okay. The first 2 years for our throws program for track, Jen did a lot of hands-off coaching, so it was a lot of what do you feel, okay, go out and throw. It was a lot of throwing. And then over the course of the next 2 years, she became a lot better with like structuring the practices, like off-weighted implements, all that stuff, a certain number of reps, specifics like that, and it really improved our program and our throw squad. And then engineering program, obviously the undergrad is mechanical engineering, the basic engineering, got all that done. I minored in aerospace, and then I'm started my master's in percolation structure
Wow,
stuff. So we're looking at fluid flows through that, and I'm really enjoying that stuff.
staying busy then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really busy.
Really busy.
Have had no free time.
Yeah, and setting school records on the side. So there you go. Yeah, so like we talked about just a little bit ago, and we can get into it a lot more when we talk about recap and looking ahead. We had a lot of Bobcats podium, win championships, Big Sky championships. Like we said, you took 3rd in the hammer, and throws did really well also. So now, next is NCAA West Regional. So that's in Arkansas, is that right?
Yes.
Arkansas next weekend? Next weekend?
Yeah, we head out this Monday.
Nice. Yeah, so kind of take us through what that experience is like in itself. Is this something new for you getting to go to the regionals? Have you been before?
I went my sophomore year,
Okay.
or my junior year. So I've been to the same place, and based on what we've heard, it's going to have the same kind of weather, which is thunderstorms and rain.
Okay.
So the first time I went there, it was just for hammer again, and we had a 13-hour delay because of thunderstorms. And so I was supposed to throw at like 9:30, 9 a.m. in the morning, and they pushed it off to like 10 p.m.
You're saying you don't want to throw a giant metal ball attached to your hand in the middle of a thunderstorm?
I do not, believe it or not.
That's wild.
Yeah. And I think the last flight was going till like 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Go.
in the middle of the night. And I walked away. I'm like, I'm so happy I'm not up this late. But
The Belgrade meet is nothing compared to that.
yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
honestly,
but that one's designed to be late, though. That one's like,
no, not that one.
Not the under the
Not
lights
that
one.
one.
Okay.
The one
There-
earlier in the season.
I call it the meat of hell. Belgrade, you need to get your crap together. 23 schools.
Oh, I heard about this.
There was, thank God we didn't go this year. We didn't
Yeah.
go. It got called off and rescheduled. There was supposed to be 23 schools, and there was only 20. There's 3 of us that backed out. I looked. There were 8 flights of discus, 80 throwers. Just JV, 80 throwers.
And what's a normal meet for you guys?
3 flights of JV.
Three
And that's
flights
30
JV.
throwers, like
Yeah.
3 flights at 10. There were 80 JV throwers, and I'm like, thank God we didn't do that. But we got a nice meet. It was JV only competed against a bunch of small schools, but I'm so glad we didn't do that because years before, I got at the track.
Last year was a mess.
I got at the track at 9 in the morning. I didn't leave till 7 that night,
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I heard about that monstrosity because Ryan is the coach for Manhattan.
Yep.
He's my roommate, and so I heard all about that.
Oh.
It's like he actually had to run the event, and he couldn't coach his kids at all.
Yeah.
And like Belgrade is like, oh, we want to do all these meets with all these schools, but our coaches ended up running it because they don't have enough coaches. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, no.
Yeah, I
we're good.
remember just sitting out just outside the discus sector, just like I got so sunburnt that day, just like laying in the grass under the sun, waiting for you because there were hours in between your events, and it's like we can't leave because there's nothing to do. Like,
Yeah, and that's the unfortunate thing about track. It's mom's like, oh, when do you think you're gonna go? I'm like, zero clue. Could be 20 minutes, could be 2 hours. It's like
Yeah.
you never know.
I remember sitting with your mom at the Gallatin meet and just waiting and waiting and waiting. And then you finally started throwing, and then I missed one of your throws. So for those of you that don't know, me and Brady turn around for field goals at the football games.
it's a superstition.
Not field goals, PATs. Because if we look, then we miss it. So I watched Brady's first discus throw, and then it was like another 10 minutes before his next one, and he did okay on his first one. And then I look down at my phone, I'm just scrolling on my phone, and then no one tells me that you're throwing again, and then you throw it really well. So I'm like, well, I guess if I don't pay attention, he does well.
And
So I just flipped my chair around and started looking the other direction for while Brady was
that your
throwing.
That
PR?
meet, I hit my season goal. I finally broke 100 feet.
I was gonna
which
say that
a
was
long
your
time in the
PR,
making
yeah.
for me especially.
And all because I wasn't looking.
But
Hey,
the stupid
for
thing,
all
my
his
last
future
throw,
track meets, you just turn your chair around. I think then.
the
I think you
stupid-
just,
so.
in the future, you just have to, even if I'm not there, just text me when he's throwing.
Turn around.
And I'll know which direction it is, and then I'll just face the other direction.
Yeah, there you go.
The unfortunate thing about that meet is my last throw went like 110, which would have been a huge PR, and it sectored.
Yeah.
And I
It happens.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
like it happened. Riley McGrath foot fouled a 195 at one of our meets.
I was just
So-
hoping someone would ding it off the pole and make that wonderful bong noise.
Oh, I
Like you
have
did last
many
year.
times, many times.
Yeah, well, the Belgrade meet, the little tangent we got on, but yeah, that's definitely an interesting one. But that's kind of a look into high school track. I mean, some meets are okay, but some meets are like that. So, so Lyndon, Washington, how big of a high school did you come from?
My graduating class, I think, was 223. So it's not. It was 2A, so it's not like a massive school, but
Yeah, so conference wise or school size, how was that divided up for? Because obviously Montana has it's AA, A, B, C for classes. How is that? How does it look in Washington in terms of? Does it go by like school size, class size?
I think it's school size. I think it goes 1A through 5A. So then the biggest I know of is 5A.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally lost my train of thought.
Good job.
Never mind.
All right, I'll come back. Good one. Hey, that's usually me losing my train
Yep.
of thought, so it's you today.
Yep.
Okay.
Talking about the Big Sky Championship, I was watching the TV broadcast. I was so glad they had one, and I had
Yeah, it was great.
my computer going with all the live results. You guys were fighting a bunch of thunderstorm, and they'd make you guys get off the field. And I think that was during shot put.
That was.
And I had to assume that'd be tough for like you guys do an attempt and you're waiting. I was like, all right, you got to leave the field. Like how did you guys kind of get through that essentially?
It was super. Well, it was annoying for me. Discus, we got lucky because it was nice and sunny for the like half hour they were throwing, and then it was back to thunderstorms. Shot put, they delayed it right before, I think my fourth throw. Like I was walking up, I was standing on the toe board, and they called it, and then we had to go inside for a half hour, which is the norm. Come back out. I think they delayed it again right after shot, and then a third time right before they did the 4x4. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of frustrating. Everyone has to go back into the gym there, wait a half an hour, do whatever, especially when you're trying to keep warm.
Yeah.
And stay ready for your event. But we did the best we could.
I couldn't imagine getting in the ring for an attempt and be like, all right, you gotta go back inside. Like, just let me throw.
Yeah.
Like that would be my mindset. Like I'm already there, and then watching the live results, I think it was right before Easton's PR they called it, and it was like right before 6 and final attempt, and they called it again. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
It worked for him.
It definitely did.
It worked for him.
And I have beef with the TV broadcasters now because they were showing athletes warming up on the track and they missed Easton's throw.
Ooh.
All of a sudden, got the computer, I got all the live results pulled up, and I just see pop up PR, and I'm like, oh. And I started freaking out because I knew that was a school record right away. But it was very exciting. Yeah, and I also had Mountain West Championship going on watching Texas Tanner.
that picture you put on the story, you're like, we're take this seriously, and you've got like 3 live results up and the TV and your computer. You were dialed.
I had the women's disc, men's shot, men's Mountain West disc, and then I had that broadcast up on the TV because you guys were on weather delay, and then the actual broadcast on my phone so I could watch.
You were locked in.
I was locked in. I sat on the couch for 4 hours that day and watched everything. But I
Brady
mean,
looked like I looked at that story, and Brady looks like a stock analysis, like
Yeah.
watching all the trends, sell.
like people are like that about football. They're all about the stat sheets, and like I'm on the live results. Like I'm watching them constantly. Yeah. Even like in our competition, I'm watching my own, like watching where I'm at, how far am I away from a PR. But
I thought you were gonna say I'm watching how well I did. I'm like, all right, why is my result not updating? I know I haven't thrown yet, but why is it not coming in? It's like that reel I saw I don't know if I sent this to you, the guy who's like, oh, it's a walk-off. He just, like, he got the ESPN notification or something. And
he's, like, in the stadium.
And he's in the stands, and then they hit the ball.
yeah, very exciting meet for you guys overall. Women taking the title.
Yeah.
It was. I knew that was decided before the exciting 4x4, but definitely excited for you guys. I think you guys finished 4th.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
I think I was watching and trying to figure out the point system. Like, all right, where do the guys need to get in this 4x1 to sneak in? But you guys still finished pretty high in the point standing overall combined. You guys and the women still scored pretty high.
Yeah,
and definitely a lot of champions, and of course a lot of you guys heading to regionals.
Yeah, the women definitely smoked it. They blew everyone out of the water. That was amazing to see, and that was great for them. Long time coming. Mm-hmm. To finally have another championship.
I was gonna say 2004 or 3.
Yeah,
is what I heard. Yeah,
whenever Jen was on the team last is when they won. So
like we were watching the broadcast and they get their medals and they're doing their victory lap, and he texts me and he's like, the throwers aren't built for that victory lap.
Yep, that's why it's a slow lap.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, go ahead.
I loved watching all of you guys down at the finish line for the 4x4, and I just see all you guys congregating at them. I'm like, oh, there's our team, and everyone's just going nuts for it.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Well, we'll spend, like I said, recap. We've got all the championships, all the places up, and we can get times pulled up too. We'll get into that. But before we kind of transition to that, we'll finish up here with our Bobcat Weekly's Get to Know You questions. So, who wants to start? Aiden?
Sure. All right. First question on here is, what's your favorite place to eat in Bozeman?
Ooh, I actually just went there before I came here. The Roost.
Nice. We love the Roost. It's a good place.
What's the go-to order at the Roost?
The hot honey and a Carolina Gold.
Ooh. Did Easton say the Roost?
He probably did.
I think
he was with me.
Okay, yeah. Because we were talking about, go get the Roost and go watch the meet. So, I think he definitely did. All right. Favorite things to do outside of track?
Hunting and camping.
Nice.
Big outdoors guy?
Yeah. Every Thanksgiving I go up to my grandparents to go hunting.
There you go.
Go hang out with them.
Sweet. All right. Who has been your biggest impact or influence in your track journey so far?
Collegiate or overall?
Just overall.
I'd say my mom overall.
Yeah?
Yeah. She was the one that helped me start throwing and coached me through high school and middle school. So she was the one that
Was your mom a thrower?
She was, yeah.
Okay. Nice. Did she go collegiate?
She did. I think she went to nationals, actually.
Wow.
She was at Rocky.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
nice. Right. Sweet.
Next question. Do you want it? Yeah.
I did the second one. You're up.
Yeah.
We're locked in.
Yep, I'm super locked in. If you could play any sport professionally, what would it be and why?
Oh, track, easy.
Sorry, not track.
Besides, so
like if you had the skill set to play any sport professionally.
Okay.
Yes.
Besides track. Ooh, that's a hard one. I think curling is pretty fun to watch, or hockey.
Curling or hockey? Those are
hockey's definitely been an answer. Curling, we've had one curling answer. It was Jake, I think. Yeah. I'd say we have gotten some pretty abstract answers for the other sports, which is pretty funny.
We got
water polo.
What else?
Like Faith from the rodeo team said horse jockey.
Yeah. Didn't someone say gymnastics?
I can't.
Grace. It was Grace.
Yeah.
Grace Cheney.
But hockey's definitely not our most common answer, I would say.
But it's a good one.
It is a good one. Yeah.
Hockey would be a lot
We're
of fun.
at
Just
least me and
smack dudes
Keegan are
for
pretty
it.
big hockey fans.
I'm a hockey fan.
I don't think you're as
We
lucky as
got you
are.
into
That's
hockey this
fair.
year.
It's because your team's not in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm sorry my team sucks. Yeah, we're terrible. Hey, but it's like our third or fourth year.
That's true.
So give us a break.
We'll give you a break.
Have
All right.
you had the chance to go to any of the MSU hockey games?
One. It was, I think it was my sophomore year. It was when our jab thrower was actually on the team.
Really?
And she went and competed. We watched her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're doing we talked about it already in previous episodes, but they're doing a whole bunch of renovations down there at the fairground. So
It's going to look so sweet.
Bobcat hockey is going to be a lot of fun this year.
It's
So
going to be the place to be.
yeah, we're ready to rock and roll in September for that. Anyways, next one here. If you could give one piece of advice to the younger generation of athletes, what would it be?
Enjoy every second. It goes by fast, so enjoy it while it lasts.
Love that.
What's your favorite hangout spot in Bozeman?
Say the Norris Hot Springs. I don't know if that's
It's a good
it's
answer.
not in Bozeman, but
Yeah, we'll count it.
we go the throwers.
Okay.
We go to the Hot Springs.
Nice.
Hang out.
I don't think we've been out there before.
No, I feel bad saying that because we're from here, but
Maybe we'll hit it when we go to West Trends later this year.
Yep.
a Bobcat Weekly Norris Hot Springs trip.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Operation
Bobcat
Norris Hot Springs.
Bobcat Weekly takeover. It's just the three of us
Yep.
acting like idiots.
Yep. So that normally when there's a takeover, people come. When we have a takeover, you should probably stay away. All right. This one requires some thought. But what's your favorite song and/or artist right now?
Michael Jackson, because we went to see Michael in theaters. So I'd say right now
Ooh.
that's my favorite artist, and Bad.
Nice. Good answer.
Good answer. It's like the fastest answer we've had.
What's your rating on the movie?
I feel like a 9.5 out of 10.
Wow.
I loved it.
Wow.
I loved it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we might have to get out and see that.
We almost considered going back to watch it a second time.
Oh.
That's like the only movie I've ever done that before.
Wow. This might sound like a total like me being crazy, but I saw it on Instagram where people are taking videos of one scene. It was before like one of the shows, and Jafar, the actor, he turns his head, and it's not him. It looks like actually Michael. And now it's starting to spin up people on Instagram. It's so weird.
Still alive.
Yeah, exactly. People like he's not dead.
He did a really great job with that. It was really great.
And I think being related to
Yeah.
Michael Jackson helps too, and
Yeah.
especially having like the original Jackson 5 working with him. I watched all behind the scenes on it. Like that's got to be pretty sweet too. So maybe we got to go watch it now.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Okay, last one of our questions on here. So this goes both ways. I'll ask you one half, then we'll do the other half. Who on the team would you not let date your sister? Elijah, okay.
Elijah. He says some pretty crazy stuff and does some pretty weird shit.
Okay, and then flip, because we got the female teammates too. Who on the team would you not let date your brother?
If I had a brother,
Yeah.
So it could be throws or it could be
Yeah.
anyone else on the team.
oh, that's a hard one.
It makes you think.
I don't know if I have anyone specific that comes to mind for the girls' side. Past athlete when I was sophomore, junior, Tris.
All right.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember who Xavier threw under the bus last week.
I don't know. I wasn't.
It was-
Actually, I'd like to change my answer. Xavier.
Really?
Outside of throws. Xavier or Strider.
Yeah, and they were high school teammates, like we talked about last week.
No, Xavier said Strider.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Either of those guys.
He said, and then Jaden Wolf on the women's side. So
Okay.
he said he didn't really have any like reasons in specific. He's just like, no, not
Just
us
wanna
two.
share.
Says Xavier, who loves Taylor Swift and loves poetry.
Yeah,
which
we
is
found
something-
out last week.
Yeah, that I don't think
Big
anyone
poetry
would
guy.
expect out of a track athlete of his kind to like poetry. You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Q&A.
Great
time.
questions, great answers. Moving along to our Instagram Q&A. Brady and Aiden, you guys can run this. Take it away.
Okay.
right.
I'm excited.
Oh gosh.
I'll get the first question here. Question number 1 is from Easton Heidelberg. How is Sandra?
My mom and my dad are both good. They're well. They'll be coming to see me in regionals again here. So
Nice.
It's another checkup on the parents.
yeah.
Yeah,
That
love
is,
it.
yeah.
All right.
Let's
You wanna get the
bounce
next one?
around a little bit.
Okay.
We got a bunch of repeats. Thank you, the Bobcat Throws room, because it's all you guys.
Are we doing Darius Johnson's second one?
No.
Okay.
Which one is that?
All right, let's do the first from Ben Parks.
Okay.
No, not yet.
All right.
Let's do. Holy, I can't read. Michael Swanee. What is your skincare routine?
I'd say I have like a scalp care routine. I don't know about skincare. I'm starting
not
to
gonna be
bald, so I have like a minoxidil hair routine, but
I'm
that's
not
about
going to be able
it.
to keep it together for this. These are so bad.
All right. I'll get Ben's. No, I won't. I'll get
Save
Ben's. No, we'll do Ben's first one first. Right? Yeah. All right. This one's from Ben Parks. What are the throwing conditions like in the Middle East compared to Montana?
I would imagine they're very dry and hot in comparison to here, if I had to guess.
It sounds like Easton's answer with the feet, where he's like, if I had to guess, if I didn't have a toe.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bobcat Throws Room, for starting rumors.
Yes.
about your
I love the
teammates.
different bit every episode of what are we gonna
Feet.
say?
Calling back
The
to
Middle East.
the episode with Easton. Was that 33?
33.
33.
Okay, whatever it was. They started the rumor that he was missing a big toe. And, like, we were reading through it, and was like, oh, I didn't know that. And we asked the question. He looks down. He's like,
I think I have.
I think I have both my toes. So now we got another rumor thanks to your amazing teammates.
Yep.
Yeah.
Long running jokes. So
You know, I've always said throughout, since we've started the show, the teammate questions are always the best. Like, we've got the fans have, like, really good questions, but I think the teammates just add, like, a funny aspect to it.
Yep.
They make us laugh the most, so.
All right, let's go back up to Easton. Who is your favorite person to play Rocket League with?
he wants me to say him. I was gonna say Ben.
He's holding you.
Okay. He
Sorry,
supposed to feel
Easton.
good about himself.
I
Is
play.
that-
I play with him, Ben, and Elijah Beal.
Who's the best and the worst?
Rank wise, I would say I'm the best, and then rank wise, Ben and Elijah are the worst.
Okay, good to know.
All right. This next one here is from Darius Johnson. How did your success in Rocket League directly impact your success in Hammer?
That's a good question. Reaction time. That's probably the only comparison I can make is reaction
Alright.
time.
I'll take it.
You're not fooling anyone, Darius.
I wonder who that is.
Yeah. All right. You got the next one there, Leonard?
Yeah, this is from the Bobcat Throws Instagram page.
Hey, shout out Bobcat Throws.
How does it feel to be a school record holder?
Really great. That was my goal for 5 years. So actually watching it happen and hearing the numbers come out when he was announcing was phenomenal. It was a
Nice.
great feeling.
Did you have a good feeling about it when you released it? Did you know, like, watching it land? Did you have an idea?
I had an idea it was in like the mid 60s range. I didn't know it was the school record. And he was announcing them in feet, and that's not what I was used to. So I had to kind of do the mental math in my head. I'm like, oh, that's it.
See, I'm the complete opposite. Like, I can't do the meters at all. I mean, I guess for high school they don't do that because we're too stupid. But, like, overall, did it feel like a really good throw off the hand? Like you knew it was going to be pretty far, or is it just kind of like an average feeling, and then all of a sudden it was the school record?
Yeah. The first one was an average feeling. The second throw, because they were both technically over it, it was going a little too far left, and then I recovered and I just whipped the finish, and
Okay.
it went that far. So
It looks. If you haven't watched Hammer, it looks so violent.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you turn 3 or 4 times in a circle.
Or
As
if
fast
you're
as you can.
Kieran, you turn 5.
Fancy Kieran.
Yep.
All right. Next one here is from Carly Torsdahl. Shout out Carly.
It's our
Shout out
mom.
Mango. This one is, do you have any pre-meet rituals?
I'd say try and carb load the night before, or have a really like pasta and red meat meal, and then I don't know if I have any other rituals other than that.
All right, Brady, you got the next one?
Yep, let's go back to Easton. How did you get the nickname Bazooka?
Because I throw bombs and rockets out there when I'm throwing the hammer.
Does Easton have a nickname?
He does. We call him Bouncy.
Okay.
Because he was looking extra springy one day when we were doing box jumps. Very bouncy.
So it's bouncy. Okay.
Yeah, we just call him Bouncy.
Good to know.
Bouncy and
Or
bazooka.
Beaster Bunny.
Easter Bunny.
We got to make signs next year.
Show up to the meet, big old signs.
All right, last question here from Bouncy.
I like that.
Is the size of a Red Bull can big enough to be an efficient energy drink?
I actually prefer the Reigns, which are a little bit bigger. I usually drink half of those right before I go into my warm-ups, and then I drink the other half right before I start throwing.
All right.
Got it down to a science, it sounds
I
like.
do, yeah.
Thank you, Throws Room, and our mom for submitting questions.
Yeah, we
We-
had some
we
good
have-
questions this week.
We have one more
Oh,
from
do
Ben
we?
Parks.
Oh, Ben's
Oh,
last one.
Lord.
Yep. How big was the adjustment coming here from the Middle East?
I'm not from the Middle East, although I may look like it. So I actually come from the West, but it's not bad. I like it here.
Bozeman's not too bad.
Not too bad.
Thank you, Ben, for your.
I think, what does Ben
what
have,
Middle
2 or
Eastern
3?
country would you say you would prefer to live in?
We'll prefer to live in.
Like, if you were from the Middle East, which country would you like to be from?
I think I'd blend in with Iraq or Iran.
There we go.
I think that's the answer that Ben wanted.
I think that's what he wanted. Yeah.
That's what he wanted
Or
to
no,
do.
I'd say Egypt.
Egypt. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Well,
Well,
4
yeah.
from Easton, 4 from Ben, because Ben, you're not fooling anyone with your fake accounts.
Yeah, thank you, Bobcat throwers and the Bobcat throw room for great questions. Really appreciate it. It's always fun with the teammate questions. Okay, Brady, do you have a trivia question, or should we save that for later?
Let's save that for later. I'm narrowing it down.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Aiden,
Question.
you want to do our? Yeah, go ahead. Do our
Yep.
question of the season.
So we've asked every guest this so far, but in your opinion, does pineapple belong on pizza?
No. I don't like the sweet and savory combo. I like just the savory on pizza.
Now, what did
I like
Easton say?
pineapple
I don't
by itself,
remember.
though.
I think Easton said no.
I want to say he said okay. It's a throwers thing then, I guess.
What did Xavier say?
I think he said no too.
The
Yeah, I
track
think he
guys
said-
just don't like pineapple.
Yeah, I guess not.
The no's are cutting it down to single digits in the comeback. The
Yep.
current total is 25-16.
Yeah, that's 9. Wow.
And during football season, it was like 15-1 or something.
Yeah.
It was,
It was yes, no doubt. So
yeah.
we've still got
Making a comeback.
a handful of episodes left this spring, so maybe the No's can do it. I don't think they can do it, but they'll be close.
I don't know if we got
think
10
they can.
episodes.
We get the 4x1 team on there, or 4x4 on, and if they all say no, it's going to put it up more.
Yeah.
I'm excited for our next question for season 2. I think that's going to be a good
Oh yeah, yeah, it definitely will be. Okay, so moving along now, we'll save our trivia. We usually do our trivia question next, but we'll save that till later. We'll stuff it in there. But moving on to recap. So pretty much the only thing we have to talk about this week is track, which is perfect because we have Matt sitting at the table with us. So Cats finished up the Big Sky Conference Championships in Gresham, Oregon this past weekend. Very successful weekend. If I counted right, 22 Bobcats placed in events. Brady, if you want to pull up the Instagram because it has times, I have the names.
Do we need to go through times for every single one? Because there's
No,
about
we'll
20.
just
We'll
go
do
through the
time. We'll do times for the
champions.
champions. Yeah,
Okay.
let's do that.
All right.
Okay.
We'll go. How about we go through? While he pulls up times, let's go through all the non-champions.
Yeah, non-champions. So
Like
we'll start.
all the runner-ups, third
all
place.
the second and third places.
Yeah, really second and third place. All right. Tilda Bjerreger, second place high jump. Bob Hartley, third place pole vault. Matt Furdyk, third place hammer throw. Nash Coley, second place 400-meter hurdles. Caroline Hawk, second place 200-meter. Maddie Sienna, third place 5,000-meter. Emma Brensdahl, third place shot put. Peyton Garrison, Caroline Hawks, Brooke Reuter, Jaden Wolf, third place 4x1. Jet Grundy, third place 400-meter. And Julia Gandolfi, second place 400-meter hurdles. So that's all our second, third place. And we'll pull up times now for all our champions.
I don't sneeze 8 more times. All right. First champion was Rob McManus in the 300 meters steeplechase, time of 8:34.32. In my opinion, steeplechase is just ridiculous to watch. Like, run a lap and jump into a pit of water and keep running. I think the person that invented it was just trying to make something fun. Like, all right, go run a lap around that tree and then jump into the lake and then do it again.
I do not know the point of this. I have no clue.
I think they should basically just put a beer mile in now or a milk mile or something just to give some competition to steeplechase for wildest event.
All right, next.
First throws champion.
Genevieve Lynch with a mark of 55.67 meters, or for those of you that are American, 182.7. Bozeman High graduate.
Yes, in the hammer. So yeah, we watched her throughout high school play volleyball, and it's fun to see her go to MSU now.
This was my first year that I knew she was here. I was watching with a friend, and I was like, saw Genevieve. I was like, oh, she played volleyball for Bozeman. I'm like, oh, that's right, she did, and that was pretty cool. So going from volleyball to track to Big Sky champion, it's pretty sweet. Then of course, stating the obvious, Sydney Brewster, shot put champion, 56 feet even,
And disc.
We're getting there. Calm down. 400 meters, Caroline Hawks with a time of 52.67. She swept the indoor and the outdoor 400-meter titles, so that's pretty sweet. Tilde, is that what we determined?
Tilde.
Yeah. And however you say your last name. Won the 400 and broke the school record with a time of 55.84.
Yeah, that's 400-meter hurdles.
400 hurdles, sorry. And she snuck into that number 10 mark in the U.S., which it was kind of cool because they're all standing around and they see it pop up on the board, and they all were super surprised. But that was super fun event to watch. Next one.
That picture of her and Julia looking at the board, and they're like, they put on the Instagram was so cool.
And as Aiden already jumped the gun on Sydney Brewster, discus champion, 151.5. Easton Hadelberg, school record and champion, 61 feet.
We're giving Easton a round of applause. Former guest.
Yes.
Love
it's
it.
our magic, I'm telling you. And then, as you guys probably already knew and expected, the women's 4x4 team, Van Dyken, Fraser, Gandolfi, and Hawks, with a time of 3 minutes, 35.76 seconds.
Yeah, so just 2 seconds off their school records. It was 3:33. So I was kind of watching it as that anchors come around. It was going to be really close, but I mean, hey, 4x4 champs.
And I'm blanking on the names. They were without one of their regular girls.
Yeah, so Peyton Garrison did not run. Jane Van Dyken ran for her. And they still did it, which I think is super impressive to be Big Sky champs now, too. So
what was super crazy about it is, they start in their lanes 1 through 9. They run a lap, they hand off, and then they all move into lane 1. And they have to get their handoffs in, the first 3 lanes, which, could mess up a lot of things. But as the Cats were ahead, the Grizz were trailing us. And as soon as that last handoff, she took off, and the Grizz struggled. They almost fumbled. And then the Cats just took off and absolutely dominated.
Yeah, I'm glad the times lined up. We were able to watch that as finished up with my work day, and I was like, I really hope 4x4 hasn't gone yet, and they ended up being delayed a little bit, so it ended up working just fine. But yeah, especially watching Tilde on that second leg, that's I think when they really got their distance. But we've been wanting to watch them run all year because we've been watching them break the school record all year. So I'm finally glad we were able to. And with that, I think we're gonna try to get those 4 on the show. Logistics-wise, is going to be a little interesting. It's going to be very full table, but I think we can pull it off. You're going to have to, come around here, and then we're just going to stack them on that side.
We might need to make a new table.
That's on my project list for this summer. We'll see.
Yeah, so Easton said we definitely should, and Xavier said we definitely should, so stay tuned for that, hopefully later this spring.
And with track and field finishing up, with the women's win in the Big Sky Championship, they bring the season Cat Grizz total 14-3.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous in the Brawl the Wild series, which, it was 11-2 at the end of indoor season, and super exciting stuff.
Yeah, that's really big too.
And that's why no one likes the Grizzlies.
That's right. That's why we're Bobcat Weekly here, because Bobcats are just great. Also, awards accolades coming out of the weekend, as we mentioned, Tilde Brieger named Big Sky Freshman of the Year, Most Outstanding Performer, and Most Valuable Athlete. I saw the picture of her, like,
All three
trophies,
and the
like,
medal.
That
the
was
medal.
crazy when they announced her for all three.
Yeah, the look on her face too is like in the one picture they posted. Like, yeah, that was pretty cool. And then Rob McManus takes home Men's Big Sky Most Valuable Athlete. So bringing home accolades on both sides.
And then
I think that weekend went pretty much about as well as it could. I mean, obviously, the men could have won, but the women won. So I think, we'll take it. That was a great weekend.
yep.
It's
and-
another title for the university as a whole.
Yep. And then the Cats will send 17 to the NCAA West regionals, including Tilde Breger, Julia Gandolfi, Sydney Brewster, Caroline Hawks, Libby Hansen, Tatum Richards, Niam Motley, Hannah Perrin, Maddie Sienna, Janden Van Dyken. Jaden.
You
sorry.
butchered that. Sorry.
Wow, yeah. all right.
I'm sorry, Jaden.
Jaden Van Dyken, Rob McManus, Easton Heidelberg, former guest, Matt, Jordan Lasher, and then Harvey Cram.
Yeah, so in the mix of that is that 4x4 team. So I just kind of threw them into a giant list. But, yeah, 17 I'd say is a pretty big number heading to the West Regionals. So that'll kind of segue us into looking ahead. Pretty much the only thing that's going on is the West Regionals. So that's next week and the next week. And, Matt, you guys said you leave Monday.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
We'll leave Monday morning, I think at like 6 a.m. And then we'll get there, do a practice, check out the rings, either that night or the morning after. And then I compete 9:30, 11-ish. I'm the third flight. So I compete that morning. Easton competes that evening for shot.
Nice.
And then I think Brewster's Thursday and Saturday for discus.
So schedules are already, like, set,
Yeah,
ready to
yeah,
go
we're
then.
ready.
Yeah.
We're
I love how you
So-
say 9:30, 11-ish.
Well, yeah, it depends on how fast the flights go.
Yeah, exactly. Just showing how track meets work, where it's like, yeah, it's a pretty precise time. It's somewhere in this hour and a half slot is where you will throw.
Yeah, the first flight goes at 9:30, and then it's just rolling.
Yeah.
Should be.
Yeah, so NCAA West Regional, it's May 27th through the 30th, Fayetteville, Arkansas. I would assume they're doing a broadcast again. I'd certainly think so. I'm sure we can find one. Mm-hmm. If not, we'll be keeping up on the live net and all that good stuff. Obviously, we'll be keeping you guys updated on the Instagram like we did this past weekend with everything that comes out. So, Matt, what other insight do you have for us? Looking forward to it. Regionals is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, my last regionals, I'm looking forward to it. I had a rainy practice this morning to prepare for it and get ready, and then actually kind of hoping to practice in the rain there because I know it's going to be thunderstorming and lightning again. That's what it says on the schedule the whole day. So I'm mentally preparing for delays, the rain, just getting ready for that. I'm super excited.
Yeah, so you said you went your sophomore into junior year regionals.
Junior.
Yeah, so you've been there before. You kind of have that experience. You just kind of talk about the mental, but how do you prepare mentally for just your throws in general going into a big competition like this?
I try and treat it like any other competition, regardless. I know it's a little different. It's only going to be 3 throws. There's no finals, so we have a half-hour warm-up. I'm going to try and first 2 throws, 2 or 3, get warmed up, and then just actually try and throw my throw like I'd have 6 on my next couple, and then just go out there and take the 3 like it's any other meet.
So that's 3 as opposed to
Well, as opposed to the 6, like
the
3,
6 when you
go into finals.
and then finals. Yeah,
Instead, you would
Got
go
it.
to nationals if you make it.
I got you. So got to do it in 3 then.
Yeah, gotta do it in 3.
And is that same for shot too for like Easton and that?
Yeah,
Same.
they do the
Okay.
same.
I got you. All right. Well, we're really be looking forward to that. We'll keep you guys, like I said, keep you guys updated with times and all that stuff when our guests are throwing, because we've got 2 former guests out there. So that'll be super fun to watch. That's pretty much it for looking ahead. We can just kind of note again, as we're still getting closer, CNFR for MSU Rodeo
June.
that's in right about a month, little under a month. We'll kind of still push that as we get closer, but stay on the lookout for CNFR. We're sending a lot of Bobcats down to the finals, so big things coming up there. Moving along here, high school athletics. Brady, I'll turn it over to you to.
Yes.
We do have some high school athletics to talk about this
I
week.
got some shakeups to talk about.
Oh, man.
So, only I'm lost. So we've been talking about Gallatin Raptor baseball. They've been having an unbelievable season, completely undefeated. They unfortunately took their first loss of the season to Bozeman High. I was at that game. It was exciting. Gallatin put up 4, Bozeman put up 2, and big shout out to Mr. Luke Sundell. I know he goes to Bozeman, but he's a good buddy of ours. Stand-up triple, driving in 3 runs to give the Hawks the lead. And he had 2 diving catches at the warning track. So he was named my personal MVP of the game. He gave the team the lead and robbed, or I wouldn't say robbed, but 2 big hits that could have had scored runs for Gallatin. So a huge shout out Luke Sundell. They are now looking ahead to state baseball. Gallatin takes the number 1 East seed with their record. Belgrade versus Bozeman. They're actually playing right now as the time of recording for a play-in game. So I'm interested who's going to see you come out on top. State is next weekend in Butte, so if you're in the area or want something to do, should be a very exciting tournament. And then looking ahead to track and field. Got divisionals happening tomorrow in Great Falls, unfortunately. I'm not going, but our guys don't like Great Falls. We're sending...
Love good old mediocre Falls.
We are sending, I believe, 8 throwers from Gallatin. 4 guys, 4 girls, actually. I think split. So
Nice.
I'm hoping the throws dominate, as they should. We got, obviously, Riley McGrath. We've talked about him before. He's doing really good. He threw a 192 at our final meet of the season.
It's like a 191.5 or 191.2.
Disc after hitting the fence once somehow in Belgrade. If you've been at their track meet, there's a bunch of houses that line the right side of the disc sector. So he bails out the right quite a bit, and he hit a fence on the fly. So it was kind of interesting to watch.
Then he went through 191.
And
So
then he threw 191, and then shot put, he went 60 feet exactly.
yeah,
Belgrade's sector literally ends at 60 feet, and he's over it, so he hits the wood at the end, and he's broken it many times. But divisionals, Gallatin boys are currently ranked 4th right now in the point scoring. Gallatin girls are ranked 2nd, so our coaches are having that talk. It's like a difference of 2 feet could be a state title. Like, it's getting to that point. Gallatin is hoping to. I think the girls won the title last year, boys the year before. So,
Yep.
Very excited what our team can do.
yeah, big things coming up. I think it's pretty much it for high school news.
Yep.
It's pretty much
It's
just track going
slowing
on.
down.
Track and baseball.
Track
yeah.
and baseball.
Okay, moving along here to some other Bobcat news. Brady hinted us at this earlier, but with the women's win over the Grizzlies
You're
at
welcome. I jumped the
Big
gun.
Sky Conference Championships, we bring the Brawl the Wild series home to Bozeman. Final series score of a whopping 14-3. So good on the Cats. We crushed it this year.
Yes, definitely.
As we always do.
Yep, we've definitely won the last few.
Yeah.
I think we might have won the last, like. I think it when
I
they
think-
put out when
Yeah, when-
Costello had like his 10-year graphic. I think we have 10.
Yeah,
He's
so
had
we've won
to
it
be
ever
every
since
year, yeah.
AD Costello took over.
Yep. Other news: Montana State football set 2 new home matchups for the 28 and 29 season. Harvard, September 16th, 2028. That should be a fun game. And then LIU, September 8th, 2029.
So going to be 20 and 21. That's so far down the road.
Yeah.
It's way too much to think about right now.
I didn't even know that was happening until today, and I was like, oh, we're playing Harvard. Okay, cool.
Yep. Yeah, so that should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Excited to play Harvard. I know everyone was kind of hoping we'd play Harvard this year with because everyone wanted to play an Ivy, and it looked like it
Yeah.
was going to be Harvard this year in the playoffs, and ended up being Yale, which was also a lot of fun. We met some cool people there. But yeah, it'll be cool to actually get to play Harvard.
Yeah, hopefully by that time a couple more national championships back in Bozeman, and then get to play an Ivy League school. That should be pretty fun.
Yep.
Yeah. Next thing on here. So it is May 21st today. As we're getting towards the end of, I guess, graduation's out, but getting to the turn of summer, camps for pretty much all athletics, all sports. So basketball camps first. Men's basketball, they have a pile of camps. They have 1, 2, 3, 4. So they've got camp on June 22nd through the 24th, K through 8, June 29 through July 1, K8, July 27 through July 9, K8, and then July 25 is 7 through 12. All this information is on the website too, so go check it out. Women's basketball, June 15 through the 17 is their all skills camp. June 18 is their elite camp, which is high schoolers, and then June 19 and 20 is their team camp. And then July 22 through the 24th is grades 5 through 8, I believe. Volleyball also has camps going June. Yeah, they do. June, they've got camps June 9th, 11th, 23rd, and 25th. And then July 7th through the 9th, 10th, 16th, and 17th. And then track, which we have talked a little bit about this, and Brady, you've talked about this. So June 25th and 26th here in Bozeman. Sprints, hurdles, jumps, throws. So that's just a little under a month, probably 3 weeks. It'd be fun to do a camp here. I think you're talking about.
Oh, I'm doing it. Definitely.
Yeah.
I've never done it before, so
It's fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think probably pretty decent turnout too, I would guess. Just people come from all around, but yeah.
If you want to talk a little bit what that's about,
If just a camp in general.
yeah,
Well, the camps I've done are like the little Bobcat camps. I enjoy coaching itself. If I wasn't going to engineering, I'd definitely be a coach. And based on the ones we've done, we've had stations around, and the kids rotate through the stations, and they have people helping at each one, and they teach them
all right,
about throws, about sprints, jumps, all that stuff.
sweet. And I think is there different from like high school from little kids or
It should be.
Yeah, I was
it'll
just trying to find the.
It'll be more like skill specific, I
yeah.
think,
Okay.
for high school.
The little kids is more just like introducing what a shot
okay,
it is.
sweet.
Yeah, so for the track specific one, there's a URL or go to link in the bio, which should just be through the MSU website for sign up, and same with the basketball and volleyball camps too. All the information's on the social media and also on the websites. So yeah, track camp, it's June 25th and 26th here in Bozeman. Good stuff. I don't think I have anything else on here. You guys have anything else on here?
I just started a pure curiosity scrolling through who's all going to be at this Western Championship, and I didn't realize Air Force is part of. That's got the number one discus thrower in the nation, the one and only Texas Tanner, sitting at 217 feet 6 inches, which is absolutely ridiculous. If you look at him, he's not that big of a guy.
He is built like a brick house.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
He's short, but he's
Yeah.
stocky.
He is fast too when he throws. It's insane.
I watched the Mountain West Championship. He's a unit, and yeah, he's also leading hammer at 258.9, which
That's the 78 meters, right?
yep,
Yeah, I watched
Yeah.
him throw that in Long Beach. That was crazy.
really,
Yeah.
wow.
and that's 219. That's ridiculous. Even from like years to that is nuts. And he's been telling me about him, how crazy he is and all that. And it's just like, can't imagine throwing that thing 255 feet. Like, just seems like otherworldly.
It was insane watching him do that.
Is you're sitting tied for 20th with Wyatt Larkins from Weber, Brett Schwartz from Nebraska, all sitting at 219.1. I'm just reading through this. There's so many. 50 athletes per event. Should be pretty exciting meet.
Yeah.
Especially for you guys that you get to watch Texas. When I saw his profile, I'm like, that can't be his name. Like, I thought like he was from Texas. And I was like, call him Texas Tanner, but
No,
nope.
it is.
He's at
His
Air
actual
Force.
name.
It's his actual name. But
Yeah, and kind of a last quick note, and we're kind of rambling here, but one thing that I learned last week that Easton was telling us about, especially in, I don't know, it is the same thing in throws too, but how like tight times are. Xavier was talking about like 100 times, because he was talking about between like 28th place or sitting 28 and like 60 was like half a second or less than half a second. He's like, there's so much like variables to it. Like you were saying, a couple guys tied at 219 right now. Like, it's literally anyone's game, I think, to an extent.
It's a game of centimeters for us.
Yeah. And yeah, just a game of tenths and hundreds of seconds for the runners in that sense. So
and
yeah.
I will say Xavier did very well. He missed finals by 0.05 5 seconds. So literally, it's a game of 0.0 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous that he literally missed finals by that much, but he still ran pretty good. I watched his race, and I mean, he said he's like win or lose. It's like he's happy that he's there, and he's a senior that his family got to watch him too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, since I don't have anything else on here, I think you guys are good. That pretty much wraps things up. Matt, any last shout-outs you want to give? Any last thoughts?
It has been a wonderful 5 years here at MSU on the track squad, and I'm thankful for all the throwers and the track community that I've been a part of.
Yeah.
The blast.
Bozeman's definitely a special place to be. So, yeah, glad you enjoyed your time here. And thank you for taking the time to come on and chat with us.
Thank you for having me.
Really appreciate it. Fun getting the throwers on. The throwers it's a fun group of people. We have learned now, getting to know these guys a little better. So
That they come up with ridiculous questions.
they do. But hey, that's what makes episodes fun. That's what makes people like listen to the show. So thank you guys for tuning in to episode 35 of Bobcat Weekly. Back to our normal recording schedule for the spring. Fingers crossed. We've got a handful more episodes coming at you guys as we wrap up our season 1. We're out on all podcast platforms, YouTube as well. So Amazon, Spotify, Apple. If you actually want to watch us, go to YouTube too. On the social medias, all that good stuff. You guys know the drill by now. Yeah, Matt, again, thank you. Thank you to the Bobcat throwers for providing the questions. And best of luck to you at regionals this next week and weekend, and to our former guest too.
We're expecting big PR out of you.
Oh, yeah.
And Hammer.
I'm very much hoping so.
Take the Bobcat Weekly juju with you out there and go crush it. So, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week for episode 36. And until then, go Cats.
Go Cats.
Go Cats.